Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Elkonn here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about every single Game Pass in Anime Champion Simulator. We're going to be going over the ones that are important and the ones that are not really important that you could probably get later on in the game, but not right now, especially if you want to get better right off the start. Then we're also going to be talking about what every Game Pass actually does. So that's the stuff we're going to be doing today. If you guys do want to enjoy this video, then make sure to smash the like button and click that subscribe button for more videos just like this one. Without further ado, let's get on into it. So I'm now on my old account because, well, my main account has all the Game Passes bought to where I really can't show you exactly what they do and explain everything, and you guys get the idea. So we're on my old account and I'm going to go to the store and we're going to get into the Game Passes that I really think that should be important for you right off the start. Get better at the game and get stronger, all that types of stuff, and get better units. So the first Game Pass we're going to get right into is Lucky. Now Lucky is super important because, well, the more luck you have, the more chances you get at better units, and obviously you want better units because, well, better units do more damage. So you definitely want to buy Lucky right off the start. Now, it's up to you if you want to buy it with Robux or gems, but either way, Lucky is a super useful Game Pass. Now, I would say Lucky is a really good one to get off the start, but it's definitely not needed because, well, your luck could just be good without it. So it all depends on what you want to do, but that's a good way to increase your luck to get better units right off the start. Now, the one Game Pass we're not going to talk about is Auto Attack because, well, you get Auto Attack free throughout the game as you keep playing. You'll get a quest, you'll complete the quest, and they'll give you like 20,000 gems, just enough to where you could buy Auto Attack and then go on from there. Now, if you want to buy it ahead of time before you get the quest, that's totally fine, and then you could use the gems for totally something else. That'd actually be a great idea as well. You could actually go through, play the game, get the quest done while already having Auto Attack, and then use the gems on something else for another Game Pass that would help you get better. The next Game Pass we're going to get into is +2 Equip. Now, this is a super important Game Pass that I definitely recommend to get right off the start because the more equips you have, the more units you can use and the more damage you're obviously going to do. So you definitely want to be able to use as many units as you possibly can because, well, you're going to progress through the game a lot faster than a lot of other people that do not have this Game Pass. Now, you could buy this Game Pass with gems, but going through the gems route is going to be super hard because getting 44,000, almost 45,000 right off the start of the game is going to be super hard because, well, it's just really not possible unless you went through and bought gems yourself and then did it that way. So I don't really recommend going through the gem route. If you want to spend, $5 to $6 on the +2 Equip, then definitely recommend getting it. Now, the next Game Pass we're going to get into is 2x XP. Now, 2x XP is super useful because, well, you want your characters to be, as high level as you possibly can and for them to actually level up a lot quicker. Now, if you're not doing a lot of hatching, then, well, this Game Pass is really not going to be that useful. So if you're only playing a little bit, hatching a little bit, and pretty much focusing on, like, defeating enemies and stuff like that, then 2x XP is not going to be useful at all. So I really don't recommend it if you're going to not be hatching that much because that's really the only way to get 2x XP is from fusing the units that you get from hatching. Now, the next Game Pass we're going to get into is 2x drops. Now, you don't really need this Game Pass off the start whatsoever because mostly this Game Pass is used for raids or world bosses. And really, if you're starting off the game, you're not really worried about medals or quirks or anything like that, or even doing raids because, well, you don't unlock raids until a certain world. So really, it's not that important to get off the start, so I don't really recommend it. Now, this is something you definitely could get later as you get stronger and want to do raids and, get better chances of getting better loot. Then I definitely recommend it then. But at the start of the game, do not get 2x drops because it's just a waste of money. Now, the next Game Pass we're going to get into is 2x coins. You earn twice as many coins. Now, what this actually does is, well, obviously gives you the 2x amount of coins that you're going to get throughout the game when defeating enemies, all that types of stuff. But this is pretty much half and half for me. So at the start of the game, you get a good bit of coins already, and I don't really see why you would want to have 2x coins at the start. I mean, if you're going to do a ton of hatching, then I understand it. And, well, if you want, a better chance to buy the worlds a lot faster, like there's different barriers and stuff that you got to buy throughout different worlds, then yes, I totally get it. And if you want, more units, but I really don't see a super helpful reason to get 2x coins right off the start. I would wait till you're towards like middle of the game to actually get it then, to where you actually need a lot more coins, to hatch and stuff like that. That's when I would get it. But other than that, I wouldn't really get it off the start. Then the next Game Pass we're going to get into is Auto Clicker. Now, Auto Clicker is super cheap and it's pretty helpful as well. What this actually does is it auto clicks this little button right here for you, and you can turn it on and then it will do it for you, and where you can do more damage once you have your units on an enemy. But do I think it's worth it? No, not really. Even though it is cheap, I do not see why you would actually want to buy this right off the start or at all, pretty much, because you can download a free auto clicker from a bunch of different websites and a bunch of different auto clicker softwares completely free without having to pay for them. So I feel like that's the best method to do. But if you're someone that's like on iOS that doesn't have access to auto clickers, then yes, it would be super useful for you. But if you're someone that's on Android and or computer, then you should have no problem with downloading a free auto clicker. Now if you don't trust actual auto clickers, then well, this will be pretty useful for you. But like I said, it's really not that useful other than that. Now the next game pass we're going to get into is multi-open. Now this is kind of 50-50 for me, because if you don't have the luck game passes, I really don't see a use for it. Same with 2 times XP. If you don't have 2 times XP, then I don't really see a use for it off the start. What this actually does is once you hatch, you'll add 2 extra orbs to hatching. So instead of just the normal 1 or 2 eggs, you'll hatch like 4 or 5, something like that. I'm not even really sure what the default is. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it's 1, and then it will change it to 3. So basically there's pros and cons. Like I said, to have the luck game passes and XP would be a really good match with the multi-open, but if you have none of those, then really the only reason you bought multi-open is to have a better chance at getting better units. Yes, that's super useful for getting better units and getting stronger and progressing through the world, but it's not really a must-have in the beginning of the game. A lot of people buy multi-open because you have better chances and that you get more units that you can fuse into your other units and level them up faster. So that's pretty much the reason why a lot of people buy multi-open, but it's totally up to you. It's just like getting +2 equipped, just a little bit more expensive. If you want to go the gem route, like I said, it's going to be super hard. So best of luck on that one, unless you buy gems with Robux, which at that point you might as well just buy the game pass straight out with Robux. Now, fast open is also one that is kind of iffy for me. Yes, if you want to hatch orbs a lot faster, then yes, it's super useful. But at the start, nah, I really don't see a reason why you would want this at the start. I mean, yes, you could hatch units a lot faster in the beginning, but I mean, really, if you're trying to get better units, fast open is not going to be super useful unless you have, like I said, the lucky game passes, multi-open, and if you're trying to level them up, then 2 times XP. But at the start, I don't recommend it whatsoever. Now, super lucky is definitely a must-have game pass throughout the game no matter what, because, well, your whole objective is to get better units, and that is the way to do it, because you'll have better chances of getting better units if you have more luck, especially if you have the lucky game pass and super lucky. It stacks, and boom, there you go, you have a better chance to get more units. Now, if you're someone that doesn't hatch a lot and you really don't care about hatching too much, then well, it's not going to be that useful for you. So if you're not going to do that, then I don't recommend it. But I recommend it for the people that plan on playing the game a good bit and plan on trying your best to get better units. Now let's get into the last and final 2 game passes. The game pass we're going to talk about is small backpack and big backpack. And what this actually does is gives you more inventory space to where you can hatch more units and not have your inventory fill up so quick. I do this in every single anime game or any game that has any type of storage game pass. I do not recommend it whatsoever, because a lot of the games they make nowadays have like auto delete or auto fuse or auto sell, all that types of stuff. So if you're keeping track of your auto sell, auto fuse, all that types of stuff, and you won't have a need for more inventory space. Now, if you're someone who likes to collect a lot of units and stuff like that, or have like an overflowing inventory of mythicals, I would just recommend cleaning them out or organizing your inventory to where you have a good amount of space to be able to AFK hatch. The only reason I would recommend these is if your inventory fills up a ton to where you can't take care of it, or you just don't feel like taking care of it all. If you forget to turn on auto fuse one night, or you mess up and forget to turn on auto sell or something like that and your inventory fills up, then yes, this is the best time to have them game passes. But other than that, I don't really recommend buying them either way. I would only buy them if you have like extra gems laying around and you say whatever and buy the game passes and you have extra storage. But like I said, I don't really recommend them unless you have extra currency laying around. And that's pretty much it to all the game passes. Now, like I said, the best ones to get right off the start would be lucky, super lucky, +2 equip, and 2 times coins. 2 times coins will help you and get to a lot of worlds a lot faster, so I definitely recommend that. But I mean, if you're someone that's going to hatch a lot, then multi-open and fast open would be really great in the beginning as well. But other than that, the other ones just aren't that great. 2 times XP is all right if you do plan on hatching, which would be a great combo for multi-open and fast open. But 2 times drop, auto clicker, small backpack, and big backpack, you do not need in the beginning of the game. You'll only need them towards the end, and the only ones I'm talking about towards the end will be 2 times drop. The small and big backpack would only be if you had like extra currency laying around. And auto clicker, I just don't really recommend getting that at all unless you have no access to a free auto clicker. But other than that, that's all the game passes, and we went over every one of them. I didn't really need to explain the game passes and go in depth because, well, they're pretty much all self-explanatory, like +2 equip, 2 times XP. It all gives you basically 2 times of everything of that, stat or effect. So you guys pretty much understand how it goes. But I really hope you guys did enjoy this video, and hopefully you found it helpful. If you guys have any questions regarding this video and or anime champions in general, then let me know in the comment section down below. Without further ado, this is the end of the video, so make sure to smash the like button to show me that you enjoyed it. Click that big red subscribe button to support the channel, and click that notification bell to never miss an upload. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace out, everybody.